Thank you so much for having me, first of all.
Thanks for having us.
Have you ever been scared to kind of pitch something to the cast, like, okay, this is gonna happen?
I tend to in general, I mean, I'll talk to them about, character arcs, where their characters are going, and we tend to have a lot of character conversation. In terms of the madness, and it'd be interesting to see if you guys would prefer it a different way. I tend to just here's the script.
I like it that way.
They mostly discover it. Yeah, they mostly discover it on the page.
I like it because I'm not shocked. I'm kind of just oh, cool! I get to do a weird thing. I'm just excited to do it. Honestly,
we had a funny instance. We were on set once, and there was a rewrite that came through, and we were joking around with Laz, saying, "Oh, have you read the latest script?"
It actually reminds me though, because when you say how do you communicate to the actors? So when Laz had that around his neck, and then this season, and when he's at Herogasm and the door opens and there's a whole lot of fluid smashing
Oh
into
my
him.
God.
That was one where I said, "Hey, Laz."
how did you break that to him?
Well, it was in steps, right?
Yeah.
It was "Hey, Laz, step one is this is going to happen." And he's like, "Oh my God." And then it was step two is and I'm going to be the guy saying throwing ropes. And he goes, "Oh no." And then step three was, and then Evan Goldberg, who's our producer, he threw this very funny improvisational line that I did about, calling you a yummy brown bear. and he's just, "Oh man." And so there was a process of getting him. And each time I would reach out, he's like, "What are you doing?"
I was actually out
Now
with
what?
Laz. I was out with Laz when he discovered that the fluid in question was from a man.
Oh my God.
He didn't actually realize that, and he went, "What? Are you serious? Kripke?" Yes, this really happened.
It's crazy because it's kind of the same experience we get as audience members. We see that. I mean, am I actually seeing this?
Well, and what I said to Laz, and it's very true, is it's you are a victim of your own success. And I wouldn't give it to you if you weren't a superstar, because out of all the many things that Laz is brilliant at, what we really discovered in the love sausage scene is he is a world-class straight man, and that's hard.
Yeah.
To be the person who is getting laughs by doing absolutely nothing, but doing a slow burn to the reaction. That's a really difficult skill, and he's effortlessly amazing at it. And so, I don't think he likes that he's good at it, but he understands that it's he's amazingly talented, and that's why he can handle it.
This show isn't like anything else, so I have this question for you, Jack and Carl. Did you get to do anything for the first time? Have you gotten to do anything for the first time just because you are part of The Boys?
Yeah, I mean, every single season you're doing something you've never done before, from driving a speedboat into a whale to all sorts of just crazy stuff, right? Yeah. It's part of the fun.
It's fun. I'm doing this thing now where I'm I've never done this before, but I'm also trying to take in the fact that I probably never will again do anything close to this. So every time I'm in one of those scenes, I try to take it in as much as I can and embrace the moment. Even though I'm probably getting covered in blood or Carl's vomit or other miscellaneous fluid, I just try to take it all in.
And that actually leads me to the next question. What has been the craziest thing you've seen on set? What has been that moment it's never getting away from your head? Because this show is full of those moments.
Man, I don't know. It's weird. There's so many that are competing for that real estate in my brain right now. But
I would say, not necessarily things that made it to the episode, but the dailies from Herogasm, I will be having nightmares of the rest of my life. It was so many, because obviously, what gets cut down into a 7-minute sequence is 7 hours of footage, and you're just looking at so much, sticky people. It's a lot, and I think, and I wasn't even there to shoot it, and I think that everyone who was there was well traumatized. I mean, Paul Grelong, who was the on-set producer, he really brought it home for me. So I was like, how is it? And he's like, the smell.
Yeah. I gotta give it up though. I gotta praise all those actors though, because they were so. Because I have to be naked in those scenes too, and something about like their comfortability. They had like they were the most professional people I've ever met in my entire life, and they had to just do this stuff like take after take after take, hours after hours upon hours. And they were all so professional and made it almost feel not weird to be naked in a room. Like, they were all truly great, and thank you for your service. Seriously.
Especially that we're sort of now working in an age where there's a new approach to that kind of material.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Scenes, we have intimacy coordinators who are on set, and we had multiple for Herogasm. And it becomes like a choreographed ballet or a dance, and it's all pre-discussed and pre-worked out, and there's nothing kind of, no random hands reaching out anywhere. And that makes it a very safe, professional environment.
Yeah.
Also, in that scene, there's so much going on. Like, I've seen it twice, and I keep watching new things. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was happening there.
Yeah.
Do you ever get the chance to see it again after shooting it, and how's the experience?
It's crazy. It's crazy being there and then watching it. It is really nuts. I mean, but I think that with every scene on the show, where it was one thing to actually be inside the belly of a whale with a beating heartbeat, with a heart that was like anatomically correct and beating as the whale died. But it's another thing to watch it. It's like two completely different experiences. So I kind of get to be a fan in a way, where I get to see it for the first time through the lens of the show.
Karl, I need to get deep with you right now.
Sure.
I feel like Butcher gets kind of very messy, weird decisions this season. What makes him better than Homelander? Why is he not judged by the same parameters that Homelander is?
Listen, I don't necessarily think that he's better than Homelander, perhaps just that his crimes aren't potentially as egregious in some ways, but he's still a murderer. I mean, but in Butcher's mind, he is, he's taking out bad people, Supes, and he believes he's doing it for the right cause, the right reason, but he's also very self-aware. He knows that the choices that he's making this season are morally the wrong choices. Choosing to align with Soldier Boy, who has such an atrocious history with MM, is a big call. I mean, that's going against the respect and values of one of your closest friends, and Butcher is willing to do that because he is obsessed and driven to get revenge on Homelander.
Well, I have to tell you that I've seen interviews, I've seen the show. I can tell you guys have a blast doing it. I can tell that you all get along pretty well. But I need to ask you, after making a show like this, do you get any superpower as human beings as well? How does that change you as a person as well?
Oh man, that's a really good question. Let me think about that.
What superpower has the show given them?
How has it changed us? I don't know. I mean, it probably like expanded my horizons in terms of like what I thought I was comfortable doing. I don't know. Just like this season in general with Huey's power, I'm like, oh, I thought it would be kind of terrifying to be like naked on television where everyone can see it. And now that it's out there, I'm kind of like, I feel so free. I'm just like, it's already out there, whatever. I have nothing to hide anymore.
Yeah, I'd say Jack's a much bigger asshole now,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if that's a power.
I'm wearing sunglasses inside.
Yeah, I mean,
Look,
just look. Just look at that.
What superpower has being part of The Boys given you as an actor?
I guess for me, exploring Butcher's superpowers was fun because we had conversations that sort of touched on some of my favorite superhero shows when I was a kid, and particularly The Incredible Hulk. When we were sort of thinking about because these lasers that Butcher shoots out of his eyes, it's really painful for him. And so we had this moments like, should we go full Bill Bixby, or is it quarter Bill Bixby? And like when he transforms into the Hulk, that was fun.
Yeah. This is definitely like the best job I've ever had. And so just when you're a writer, like the more and varied experiences you get, both living and then also just like being able to just really flex your muscles on the page. So I would say that. I mean, up to this point before, I was running network shows that I wasn't really able to, create something that I think more than any other thing represents my sense of humor and my sensibilities. So the ability to have this show to like finally just do, lay my stuff out there for the world, for better or worse, and then to have it have the reaction that it's gotten is great. I think that probably means I'll be able to do sick shit for the rest of my career, which is terrific.
I can tell why this show is so successful, guys. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for the show. I love it so